So I'm going to try to be a responsible adult today and go to bed. I was going to say before midnight, but it's currently so. But there are a couple of things that are on my mind, and in this video, I am going to talk about one of those. And so I was listening to this woman called Libby over on that YT place, and she is a tarot card reader, right? Listen, first of all, spiritual world, I'm so grateful for y'all because you helped me keep some sanity in this thing called life right now. Because I don't even care if you're peddling lies. I just need to hear them. Like, I need some hopium. But anyway, she said this really cool thing that actually sparked me as truth. All right, so boom. This Schumer thing had like bothered me for a little bit. But at the same time, I was like, I don't think it's what we think it is, right? Because people are like, he said, no, I'm not going to do it. And then all of a sudden he said, I'm going to do it. Now, we know that conversations happen behind the closed doors. And we know that some people are not exactly being patriotic right now. But with him, something's just, I don't know. He strikes me as a good person. Like, and I'm actually a pretty good read on people. So I'm going to trust my instincts on this one. And he strikes me as a very good person. And like a very reasonable person. Like a very critically thinking type of person. And so I was like, something just don't feel right about that switch. And I don't necessarily mean right as in like, ooh, there's some poison in the water. But right like, I don't think we're right to be mad at him about it. Because one, it was a damn if you do, damn if you do, damned if you don't type of situation. But also this, y'all. And this is something that Libby brought up that, like I said, sat in me as truth, especially given that last night I had that dream about The Hague and how everything is now complete. And so we will soon be finding all these truths. Like, we really will be finding all these truths, because my dreams do tend to be premonition and not necessarily desire, because I don't really know what's going on over there. You know what I mean? But anyway, so Libby has started off her reading being angry at Schumer too. She's like, oh, Schumer, right? And then you saw where it hit her side of her head. That she was like, you know what? I think he found out some information. Because if you think about it, and this is one of the things she pointed out too, if you think about it, if we had a government shutdown, we would lose the one thing that has been in the way of that orange turd. And that Count Chocula. And that is the justice system, who has surprisingly had a set of cojones on a lot of issues that you just thought he was going to be able to railroad. And so she pointed out, like, look what happened after that vote, right? Which was the whole thing about, nah, homie, you can't declare no war type of junk like what you're doing. That got shut down because we still had people who could use a voice right now who's above him in that regard. And the whole thing that just happened with, I think his last name was Smith, which was similar to the Ali situation. Is that his name? Mahmoud Ali? Oh my gosh. I'm, y'all, I have been in the hospital for like almost 48 hours. So, I'm a little shaky on some things right now mentally. But it was high blood pressure. Don't worry about it. Everything checks out. Sort of. Anyway. But we would have lost the voices that we would have. And she said, and this is the part that sang with me, that Schumer realized that that he was like, and maybe he and Justices got together and were talking. I don't know. But I think the adult really stepped in the room because, y'all, a lot of what we've been wanting has been reactionary in a sense. Because, like, oh my God, they did this, so we need to do this back. Yes, by the way, keep doing your sign parties. Keep, oh my gosh. So, we're going to talk about the second part in a second. Well, in another video. But, like, I think that was the most adult move here. Is like, yes, it was feeling like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. But at the same time, the better choice, because it would have kept him in check, was to agree to the continuation. That was the better choice. That was the adult choice in all this hardship that we have going on. Yeah, it might not be what we want to happen. Yeah, we might want to hit back in the same way as some of these people, like, no, we refuse. No. But we would have lost the one person or one entity, one group of people that have so far been the only people who had the power to slow this shit down. And like I said, in conjunction with my dream of The Hague now having everything complete, I think that was the roadblock that was needed. That the obstacle of being slowed down while the people still got what they needed. Like, you know, the insurances and the food stamps and all this stuff right now is still currently open. And that definitely would have been shut down. However, it also means he didn't get all those massive cuts he wanted either, right? And then the third thing is, we didn't lose the voice we have on our side. I know it's hard to see things on a slower pace because they're moving so quickly, but their quick moves are exactly why they're imploding. They did not expect people to respond and hit hard the way that they are, and y'all keep doing it. You're doing so well. I'm so proud of so many of my non-melanin co-patriots. Like, I'm so proud of you guys, because even if you did vote for this mess to happen to everybody else but you, at least you're being able to use your ire in a useful way. At least you're being able to use your entitlement in a useful way. Use those magical powers, those crocodile tears, that red-facedness for good. Finally. And yes, I did do a video earlier about seeing a red hat in a Mickey D's parking lot, no less. My kids wanted Happy Meals. Oh, all hidden behind a tinted window. I guess we're not as proud as we used to be. No flags, no decals, just a hidden hat behind a tinted window in a big muscle truck that your small hands gripped. Yeah, y'all keep outing yourselves. Don't be upset if you see people wearing those things. At least you know who they are. All right. I want to do the second video before I go to bed. All right. So y'all tell me what you think. Do you think that was the right move? Have you considered the cost that we would have had to pay? And if what is said is now correct, is the correct thing as it actually feels intuitively, that means they were brave. They were brave. And bravery looks different for everybody. May we all be so brave, even when it doesn't make sense.